Hello guys, welcome back to this streaming again. My name is Naman and today my age is 21 right now. Okay, because today is my birthday and this is the birthday special live streaming where I'm just revising the most important concept in React.js. They are well mostly comes in the all interviews. So if you know this React.js concept, you know almost everything in React.js. So let me start this streaming session in just few minutes. And if you are a completely new in web development, I think this streaming session will make you create some problem because if you are struggling to understand that same thing, because I'm not here to teach you, I just revise the concept that I have learned. So okay, so let me start this demonstration in just few minutes. If you are completely new and you are watching this YouTube channel and this video for the first time, so make sure you subscribe the YouTube channel and just like the comment and like the video and ask me any question about related to the tag, anything you can just simply mention in the comment section because during the live streaming session, I will cover the most of the topics and during that, I will also check the comments as well in the streaming. Okay, so if you are excited, just start the session. Okay? If you're excited, just comment down because today we have just complete the entire React.js revision. Okay? Because in yesterday I had don't miss so much time to go live, so I will not present by the way, but today I just streaming at 1:30, so we have a complete day to complete that entire React. Okay, so let me start the stream session. So before starting the session, let me just check the internet connection speed so we can't face any issue during the streaming. So let me just go to this network speed and let me just take it. And by the way, my voice is clear and audible to everyone. Is my voice clean and audible to everyone? Let me just check that. Yesterday I had don't miss so much time to go live, so I will not present by the way, but today I just streaming at 1:30. Okay. So we have a complete day. So here I can see that my voice quality is slightly better because I don't use any mic and anything today because in the previous section we have just understand that the voice quality of laptop mic is better than the actual mic that I've purchased and the earphones. So I just use a default mic that we have provided by a laptop. Okay. So let's start this streaming session and before starting this stream session, I will just introduce myself. My name is Naman, and I'm a final year BC student who just try to who just grinding and learn code every single day to just getting place. So we have just simply doing development in this, but in future we have also practicing DS in this streaming session. So make sure you can just connect with me. So you if you have just view my journey and just if you have a journey, you can simply write down your journey in the comment section or just let me know that. Okay. So I will just relate that what are actually you doing. Okay. So now I'm just going to that my streaming by the way my notion template and here you can simply see that in the previous we have just completed the what is a use state, what is use effect, dependency array and cleanup array, and today we have just understand that what is the use of user in React.js. So I simply go to that VS code and I just simply you can see that we have created a multiple React component there. So we have just if we have to just learn that what is useref. So I just simply go and creating a new component with not I just use a useref because it will be also a registered. So we I think we have to just use uref कर लेते हैं ठीक है we have just simply a uref dot jsx ठीक है this is our first component and we just simply write a rafc to just this is our boilerplate. Okay, boilerplate. Okay, and now we just write down our code. So first thing we have to simply go to there and write down a const input ref. Okay, it is an input ref. Okay, and this is simply a variable, and we have just simply write a create ref. Okay, or to create ref, I think we have to like a use ref, and we have just put the value with null. Okay, use ref and null. Okay, here it is. Simply I just go to there and import use ref from React. And here you can see that a use ref is successfully imported. And now I just simply go to there and write the input. And input is just like input. Before I just simply here you will simply see that input ref and type and placeholder and enter something. Okay, we don't just write enter your username. Okay, enter your name. Enter your name. Okay, this is the name. And whenever we have write anything in there, it will be handled by a input ref. So I can simply go and creating another input button on click, and just simply that whenever we click on button, alert input ref function, it's a current value submit. Okay, and this will be just simply return the current value we have just simply write down there. So if we have to just mention that, we have to simply write down your name is. Okay, we have simply write down your name is. Okay, your name is, and here we can simply the value will be showing easily. So I just simply go to the terminal and just run the code cd. You just know we simply just run it now, because we have not need to go to, we have not creating a front end back end file. It's a separate practice file that is that is only used for React.js. So I just simply go there and write a npm run dev, and here you can simply see that our project is started, and I simply just open that, and you can see that okay, I think we have not imported in the app.jsx file, so we just simply go to .app.jsx main.jsx and remove the app from there and import a user uref. Okay, import a uref from there, and here you can simply see that uref is successfully imported. And whenever I go to this uh okay, it's given error, a use ref error. So actually they will say the use ref error, use ref error. By the way, use ref is successfully imported from there. So why it's give an error? And error is just like we have simply go to here, use ref हमने use कर रखा है, it will be a null. So why it's giving me an error? Actually I think we have imported two times. That's we go to there and refresh the code. Okay, so now you can simply see that we have no any error in there. Okay, so I just cut that this and enter down my. Okay, we have just you need to enter name now. So why we just introduction it? So I just simply write a num and click on submit, and you can simply see that your name is dash. Okay, it will be not targeting. So input dot ref dot current dot value. Okay, your name is just like, let me just remove this code and check that. What if we have just submit again? Okay, it will be this numbing, because I think we have just alert in that comma will be not working. So I just simply copy this code. Okay, simply copy this code and use the lexical scope for now, and just write down you entered. Okay, you enter input.wrap.value, and when I just click on their submit button, and you can simply see that now it's working successfully. You entered number. Okay, everything is going okay. And here, before just moving to the next topic, we have just need to understand that what is a use ref and definition. You can simply see that whenever we have entered anything in the input, it will be easily controlled. Okay, it will be easily controlled by the okay, whenever I just click on there, it will be easily controlled by uh use ref. Okay, it is a hook. Just like if you have a working with a JavaScript, you can see that there are many hooks that in not a hooks in JavaScript we handle the inputs and the outputs using a DOM manipulation. Okay, DOM manipulation you can also here you can simply see that this is the basic DOM, a DOM selection. We can use the document dot select by ID. This is our DOM manipulation. We have just handled it. But in React, we handle the inputs and form tags using a user. Okay, this will be a control component. Okay, now I just simply go to that input tag. Okay, and in input you can simply see that whenever click on alert, it will be called. And now I just moving to the next topic, and the next topic is simple user. So whenever in your interview, an interviewer asks you a question is what is the use ref? So here is a simple answer that you just tell them in the interview. Okay? Because in interview you have a practical implementation in the code, but still you have an answer to verbally. You don't need to memorize the 4 to 5 line of definition. You only need a 2 line of definition. The definition is just like use ref is a React hook used to access DOM element. Okay? Use ref क्या होता है? Use ref is a React hook that used to access DOM element. Which is DOM element? You can simply see that this is the input tag and whenever you enter that, so हम इसको DOM कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? DOM मतलब document object model. We can simply manipulate this element. Okay, so you can simply see that cleanup function in React.js is just like key use ref, ठीक है? And the element directly or stored value that persist across render without causing re-render, ठीक है? Just like कि whenever we click on input and we button click on button submit, the value will be refreshed and page will be re-rendered, so the data will be removed. If we use a use ref, so whatever we have write in the input, this will be captured in that particular hook. Okay, so that's it. Okay, you can simply see that definition again. Use ref is a React tool used to access DOM element directly or store value that persist across render without causing re-render. Okay, if you have to just need then another simple and easy definition, I can show you this definition as well. So I can simply go to the chat GPT. Here you can simply I go to the okay, here is a common interview question that I have just doing this chat for the last few days. Okay, so I just simply go to there and just like chat GPT, a interviewer asked me a question, what is use ref in React JS? So give me a simple, easy one-line answer in a structured manner. Okay, so simply I write the answer there, and here you can see that the answer will be showing there. Okay. By the way, currently our six viewer is watching this streaming session, but nobody is asking me any question related to learning pattern, learning curve that we have doing it. So if you are understand that easily, you can simply know me in the comment section. And if you have any question related to the tag, you can also mention that question in the comment section because ठीक है, I will respond almost every comment. ठीक है. So if you have a question, just write down. Okay. And here you can simply see that a use ref is a React tool used to store a reference to a DOM element or a value that persists across render without causing the component re-render. Just simply कि तुमने whatever you have write down in the input, it will be simply stored in that use ref hook. So if you can click on submit, the value will be not removed from the pages because whenever you click on button, the page will be re-rendered. So use ref is just used to get the access of that and store the reference of that data into a DOM element. ठीक है? And हम इसको we have just simply a definition. ठीक है? And you have just need to know that because it is an important hook. If you are working in a React JS, you have to just need a 4 to 5 hook that is most important. The first is a use state, a use effect, a use ref, a use context, a user context that is also important. We have just understand that in the next next session. Okay, not the next session, basically like into a next slide. Okay, so use ref is completed. We simply write down tick there. And now next is what is a use context. Okay, use context क्या होता है? Use context is a React hook used to access data from a contact and share data between component without passing props manually. ठीक है? हम क्या करेंगे? हमें props manually pass करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. We just simply pass the input into from one component to another without a props. ठीक है? Just suppose करो we have just 4 to 5 component and we have just to pass the data from 4 to 5 component and we have to just pass the data from component A to component B to component C, component C to component D. There are 4 component. Okay, we have just passing A to D. So what happen if we are just creating like another file where the all the components are stored and whenever we just need it, we just simply taking from that because it was by using this we have just doing so much cross training. So if we have 4, this is sufficient. But if But if we have a more than a 10 to 15 or 30 or a 40 component and we have passed the data, so the application will be become so slow. So that's why we using a context API. So now let's understand that how the context API will be work. In context API, we simply go there and just ask the chat GPT and just click him. Now interviewer asked me a question is what is a context API in React.js? So give me a simple and easy structured way answer. Take it. Okay, they will not no, they will not hear that what I'm actually saying. Not a continue say, just a cancel.
Hey, it's great to meet you. How's your day going? I'm really looking forward to working on some cool stuff together.
By the way, I just not need you ChatGPT just you speaking. By the way, just wait a few minutes and I will just need to add the actual question that I want to ask you. Okay. So give me a simple, easy and structured way to answer. Okay. So interviewer no interviewer ask me a interviewer ask me a question. What is user context? Use context. Okay. Simply I write down this use context and you simply see that by the way we have this also explained that you take it. This is a custom hook. Okay, not a custom hook. I think that we have creating a separate use context file. So here you can simply get a context.jsx where we have just simply use a context. Let me just use my water bottle. So here is my water bottle. I just like by the way, my bottle is just empty. So just wait a few minutes. I will be just fill this water bottle and then we will start the solution because I'm just speaking for the last 10 15 minutes. So my voice is just like and my throat is just like drying. So I just need to make it some water. Okay, so I am back again and now just moving to the session. Okay. By the way, why nobody is any asking me a question related to the tag? By the way, is today's nobody has a question? Nobody has a question. Is everyone who's solved? Everyone, everything is fixed. You don't have any question related to something like. I think there is so much confusion in. If you are like a student, there is so many confusion. So if you have any confusion, just write down the comment section because we have just watching this image and we help each other to just solve the confusion and just make the clarity more visible. Okay. So now this. Okay. So let me just review the answer that is given by a chat GPT. So use context is a React hook used to access shared data from context, ठीक है? Without passing props through multiple component, ठीक है? सिंपल क्या देखो सिंपली क्या बोल दिया इसमें का यूज कॉन्टेक्स्ट है यूज कॉन्टेक्स्ट इज अ रिएक्ट हुक यूज टू एक्सेस share data from a context without passing props through multiple components. ठीक है? So what is an exactly meaning of that? So here you can simply see that they will just giving a 15-second interview answer. Use context is a React hook that allow component to access. ठीक है क्या करता है component को access करता है allow to share data from a context directly without passing props through multiple level of components. So here is the answer. And now just doing to go to the coding part and here you can simply see that export const react dot use constant. अब ये कैसे काम करें? Simply I just remove this entire code and you can simply see that we have need of creating a three file here, ठीक है, to use a use context, ठीक है. So first thing we have just simply write down a use context cons export करना पड़ेगा because we have used in every file where I just need to want the data, ठीक है. So we simply use export const context and just creating a create context. It is a hook that we have just used that and it will be successfully imported from the file, ठीक है. And then you can simply see that react const the create x our context will be successfully created and now just pass the data. Okay, so simply I go to the app.jsx and here you can simply see that we have uh context.provider here, okay. So let me just see the how that just let me just explain you how the actually things gonna work in that code, okay. So I simply go there and whenever you simply write down I think the variable we have just need to pass now. So actually we have to import the use, it is okay, use header a const. Okay, the context dot provider. So we just need to write a context, okay, context dot provider, okay, dot provider value and number, okay. And here is the simple. Okay, I just simply remove this code. I just simply need to cut this code and paste it here. Okay, I paste it here and before run the code, I will just explain you how this code is working. So before that, I just simply format that code. So now the code is formatted successfully and here you can simply see that a context provider value and it will be a number. So first thing you can simply see that this is a context dot provider. ठीक है, कॉन्टेक्स्ट कहाँ से आया? लेट मी जस्ट व्यू दैट in the context. You can simply see that this is a context that we have simply exported and in a app file we have imported successfully from the context.js, ठीक है. This is the context, this is the our file and we just simply write a context.provider and we just simply write the value of that, ठीक है. And whenever be the child eight, okay, we have just don't need to write this there. We have also mentioned that child count and set count. No, no, no. I think this will be giving another code. So I just need to write. It's giving a. This is not an this. Okay. This will a custom hook. No, I think this will give me a example of custom hook. This is not a use context API because we have just creating two custom hooks there, not a here. Okay, this is a context hook and we have simply using a hand. Here you can simply see that a child. Okay, where is child.jsx? Here is the child.jsx and this is just show the user. Okay, so I just पास द import the child context dot जिसके अंदर वैल्यू डाल रखी है और हमने यहाँ सिंपली क्या करना है, we have just simply imported the child there and you can simply see that the child is successfully imported there and the value will be num. And whenever we go to that, first thing we have to just cut this context because we actually don't need this context app.jsx main.jsx child, ठीक है. We have currently need only these three files and here it is, ठीक है. Okay, and then you just simply go to that child. This is a component that we have successfully created there and const user we have used context and context and in context and we have just simply passed the value number and the number will be simply come in there, okay. So I just simply go to that file. I just need to change the value user now, so we just simply remove the number to code x num and go to the there, okay, and go to the there and I just need to go to the main.jsx and you simply comment this file, okay, and uncomment the this component and let me just show the output there, okay. So I just simply refresh that and here you can simply see that hello code xnum, okay. You can simply see that we have just passed the data from one component to another without passing up props, okay. We have to passing the one component, one data component to another without passing a without passing a props. Okay, you know, you hear that we have just without a props. Okay, and now let me just show that why just like ki nobody has any a question in today's streaming. It's like no one just want ki I will be distracted by replying to the comments. I think that's the reason. That's why no one is commenting right now. And let me just go to the definition of that. And I will also just tell that our definition, by the way, but we have repeated again that. So you need to remember that. And if you want the access of that Notion template, you can simply let me know in the comment section and I will be provided to you if the right time will come. Okay. So it is an use context. Okay. And now here is a custom. Okay. We have also understand that what is a use ref. Use ref is just like use ref is a React hook used to access DOM element. Okay. Use ref क्या है? Use ref is a React hook that is used to access DOM element. ठीक है, directly और store value that persist. ठीक है, across render without causing re-render. ठीक है, बिना रेंडर करने को उस डेटा की वैल्यू को स्टोर कर. ओके. And use context क्या? Use context is just like we have to pass the data from one component to another without using our props. Okay, without using a props. And let me just go to this code, and you can simply see that there is a context. ठीक है, we are just simply creating our context, and in app.js okay, you can simply see that we have just write a context that we have brought it there, and we have just put the value will be code xnum. Okay, and we simply import the child value, and in child value a value will be a code xnum will be stored there. Okay, and we, if you have to just want, yeah, I need to just pass this data to any other component, so you can simply go to that child. So I think we have to just creating another child. Okay, uh, new child करके लिख देता हूँ, new child dot jsx, and simply go to there and rfce and const user use context, and just simply write down h1, just wait a second, hello, and just like hello user. Take it. I just need to paste in between there, and whenever you go to there and just I will just simply import the new child component again into the app.js section. You simply see that this will be a new child, and it will be another showing that this is the codex num, and in another will it's also showing me a codex num. I think it's giving me an error. Let me fix this error. And our use context is not defined, so I think we have not imported from the into the child or new child. So simply let's go to there and import use context from there. Okay, and now just refresh it, and the context is not defined at new child. Okay, okay. Which project are you working on, bro? Bro, I'm not working any project. I'm working on my revision session, bro. It is a React JS revision session where I just revise the concept that was actually important according to the interview perspective. Okay, bro. If you are a merge stack developer, you know that React is very important for you. So I will just simply preparing for my interview. So I just revising the important topic that is actually come in the interview. Okay. So that's why I'm just preparing for that. Okay. And nothing else. And by the way, my merge stack is completed. So if you have any question, it is the merge stack. If you are also learning merge stack, if you are thinking should I start a merge stack, you can just ask me any question in the comment section, because comment section is open for everyone. Anyone can write the comment in there. Okay. So I think this will be a context is not defined in new child. So I simply go to that VS code and child context, user context, a context. So simply go to that app.jsx, child will be here, and context here, new child, and in child में user के अंदर context है, और user हमें यहाँ पे pass कर दिया, ठीक है, and there we have just on simply also pass the user, but it will give an error. use context है, लेकिन we have not import the context here. So we have to import the context from there, and I think now it's not giving an any error. And here you can simply see that both are there. ठीक है? We just simply change the context of second file, so you will just don't confuse that. Okay. So new child, here you can simply see that welcome, welcome to codes num channel. ठीक है? And I just simply remove that. Mhm. You can simply see that the both contexts of that will be ठीक है. This data value will be passing to the component child component and new child component. Okay, that's it. That's it. This is not a super hard thing. This is a very easy question, easy thing. ठीक है? You can easily understand that and remember that concept. Okay. By the way, I just need to check that is YouTube sharing the enough impression to my YouTube videos. So I just understand that it'll be very worth it because most of the time YouTube will be just not sharing a good impression to that my videos most sometimes again. So I just simply go to that overview and just go to that reach section and it will be just not sharing a good impression. They will be just sharing a 31 impression by the way, but the views are just more than, so I think it will be not refreshing. And okay, so it is not updated yet. So let me just wait a few seconds and just go to there and let me just okay. So here it is. And just start the game by the way. Okay. So let me just wait a few seconds and just go to there and okay. My voice quality is still slightly better in that without a mic, and I just doing streaming without this mic, and I just like now I'm doing a good thing. So we should be, so I understand that what is a use ref and what is a use context. And custom hook like is just like a hook is a reusable JavaScript function that use React hook to share logic between multiple components. Okay. We just don't need to understand that a custom hook because custom hook is simple, just like we have just simply created a function and you just simply pass the function from one component to another. That's it. Okay. तुम क्या करते हो custom hook में you have simply created a function that will perform operation and you just simply pass from one component to another if it is reusable to that component. Simple. Now just moving to the next concept, hook is also completed. Now just moving to the advanced concept in React JS, that is a very important concept because now where we have just understand that thing that will be according to the interview perspective. So now let me just understand that what is a component life cycle. Component life cycle is just like where our component will be mounting, updated, and unmounted. So just go to the Chrome and let me know. Just ask the question of okay, the question will be a component life cycle. What is component life cycle in React JS? What is component life cycle in React JS? And here I can simply see that merge stack is better. Yeah, merge stack is better, bro. By the way, I'm also doing a merge stack. Your month stack is completed or you are just still learning? Ashok, you have your month stack is completed or you are still learning month stack, by the way. And here is the answer of that. A component lifecycle in React, that is process that describe the different stages a component goes from creation, updation and final removal from the DOM. ठीक है? जिसमें हम क्या करते हैं? We just simply whenever we have our pages created, React will simply the mount the page, then will updating the UI, and then it will be just simply unmount the data. ठीक है? Unmounting. So you can simply see that if you know the use state, you will also understand that what is how that component life cycle will be work. So I just simply go to there and just me go to thing. Okay, still learning. Okay, you are still learning and you are doing a backend. Bro, just can you tell me that I'm only a person who just who don't like doing front end. I think if you are learning a front end, I think you are also relate that a backend is still easier than front end. Backend is easier, bro, I think, है ना? Backend is easier than front end. This is very underrated, but everyone says the front end, but back end I think actually easy. Front end is little slightly harder than back end. Logics एक time पे लग जाते हैं, but still when it's come to doing manage the div, doing a styling, I think this is literally hard rather than a backend, because I'm just learning a backend in the last few months. I just realized कि backend is good, yeah, but I just need to. And if you are targeting full stacks as a, so you just need to know up. I think good in front end, then you can just at least prepare for the jobs. So now to go to app.jsx, and I think just remove that component from there and creating another component for control component. So I just simply creating a new file, a component lifecycle, no? Component life dot. Somebody is calling me. Just wait a few seconds. क्या हुआ? Okay, I am back. So, okay, Ashok Kumar, you also relate that is front end is easy, है ना? Front end is hard, back end is easy, I think, है ना? And the most of the task will be front end is just doing using an AI tool. So I think don't need to focusing on front end so much. Okay, so that's why I'm just focusing on the important topic according to the interview perspective and according to when you are building the project. So you need to know the basics knowledge, है ना? Whether I go so too depth in React, but I don't like to doing a creativity thing. I just like a logic thing, so I like backend. ठीक है, backend ज्यादा hard नहीं है, ठीक है? बैकएंड मतलब प्रैक्टिस करने से आ जाएगी, लेकिन ये फ्रंट एंड में बात आओ तो आई थिंक आई एम नॉट, फ्रंट एंड इज नॉट फॉर मी, बट आई एम स्टिल डूइंग, ठीक है? Okay, okay, so component life cycle, and just simply go to there and we have just creating a file component life cycle, ठीक है? And now just understand that what is a component life cycle, ठीक है? So first thing we have just like to write the definition of component. Okay, component life cycle method, ठीक है? Life cycle is a process of mounting, updating and unmounting of a component in React. It is a process of rendering a component in a DOM. It is a process of updating a component in a DOM, ठीक है? So now let me just creating a variable. A variable name is just like a count. We have just almost used this example in every React. So just creating a counter, ठीक है? And just like a counter, we are just taking a two value counter, set counter, and we just you don't use this. We have using a use state, value will be 0, and import the use state simply from use state in React. And now just understand we are simply creating a h1, and here is the value of counter, and in button of on click, set counter function will be increased. Okay. Okay, on click, but we have don't assign the button. Okay, sorry, my bad. BUTT on button, ठीक है? Okay, now it's okay. And here is the button for a decrease, ठीक है? This is a simple program. And whenever you go to there, we can't see anything there because we have not imported the component lifecycle in the main.jsx. We have simply used a component life cycle and simply import it from there, and here you can simply see that the file is successfully imported from that file. And when I simply go to there, and this is our output screen, Whenever you click on increase, this will be increase, and whenever you click on this, decrease. Okay, this is an easy peasy question. Okay, this is an easy peasy question. You can easily understand. ये website कौन सा है? Bro, which website are you talking about? This, bro, this is a Notion. Currently, I'm using a Notion. It is an application. You can just handle your own notes, your whole transaction, your progress, everything you will just save and to save. So I just using a Notion. Okay, you can use the Notion template to just maintain your every move. Simple. Just you have just track your every move. Easy. Okay. And by the way, your month stack is completed. So are you doing a DSA with you are also doing a DSA or not? Ashu? You are doing a DSA or not? I'm doing a DSA in JavaScript, but still like yeah, I'm not so good in DSA. So there is so many time I just will be rejected in the interview 1 to 2 times. So are you just preparing a DSA? So just can you tell me that which is the good resources preparing for the DSA using JavaScript? Interview guidance by the way, interview prep के लिए. If you are also doing a preparing for the interview, okay. So here it is, and now we have just understand that what is mount. ठीक है. In mounting phase, ठीक है. Mounting माउंटिंग फेज ठीक है माउंटिंग फेज में क्या होता है सिंपली यहाँ पे बन जाता है तो वी हैव सिंपली गो टू दैट यूज इफेक्ट यूज इफेक्ट एंड दिस इट इज ठीक है एरो फंक्शन component is mounted second so it will be run only once type and this will be mounted because it will be a render the entire jsx file into our main page and it will be here you can simply see that it will be imported and whenever you go to the console.log a component is mounted and whenever you click on increase button and decrease button it will be updated every time okay because we don't pass the any dependency there but when you ever just go to there. Okay, yes, yes, JavaScript. Striver sheet, lot of practice. Okay, you are following the Striver sheet. Okay, so how many questions are you completed in the DSA? How many questions you have completed in DSA?
या padding X डार्क
Let me just wait a few seconds. By the way, no one is just okay. I'm just doing a lot of practice. Okay, let me just wait a few seconds. Okay, you are doing a array type question because I'm JavaScript 350. Okay, Ravi Shankar, you have solved almost 350 question in the JavaScript. In lead code, bro. You solve what 350 question in lead code on lead code. That's amazing, literally, bro. This is literally amazing. If you are just solving 350 questions. सोर्स कहाँ से करते हो डीएसए रवि डीएसए रवि I never hear the name of DSA Ravi, by the way. Just like, can you just, I check that resources in the live view. If that is that resources, just let me know in the comment. Okay. I simply go to this and open the YouTube. By the way, my internet speed connection is like as today is very good. Okay. By the way, voice quality is okay because I just use my phone camera to a good flashlight. Okay. But let me just wait and fix it. Okay. Because I'm just using a phone right now. Okay. So okay, 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 okay. Okay, so it's perfect, है ना? Let me just lightly. Okay, so now it's perfect. So you just said best interview कहाँ से लेते हो? इंटरव्यू कहाँ से लेते हो ब्रो? कहाँ अप्लाई करते हो? मतलब आई जस्ट मोस्टली अप्लाइंग ऑन लिंक्डइन, इंडेड, नौकरी, इंटर्नशाला, एवरीवेयर. JavaScript, no, I solve in Java. Oh, you solve a lead code in Java? Java, bro, Java. I think I know the Java syntax. It's very hard, so I just switching to the switch to simply a JavaScript. Java, it's not for beginner. Slightly Java is not for beginner. But then we start talking about DSA Ravi. Let me just say what who is DSA Ravi? Okay, it is a 90-day DSA challenge. It is your channel, bro. It is your channel. There you can just doing a DSA. I thought it is a creator. That's why I'm not here. That's name of that. Okay, you are also doing a DSA challenge, है ना? You are doing a DSA challenge, bro. That's is great. That's great. Actually, this is really great. If you are just documenting your journey. Okay, I am. I'm asking to Ravi. Okay, okay. You asking the Ravi. Okay, okay. My bad, my bad. I will understand that another thing. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, I will. Okay. So can you just ask it? Okay. So simply this will be working now. And I just go to that component is mounted. And whenever we click on increase, the value will be increase. And when we click on decrease, the value will be decrease. And now just moving to the concept. Next is what is mounting. Okay. Here you can simply see that this is mounting phase. And now just moving to what is updating phase. Okay. This is an updating phase and use effect. And here we have to simply pass a counter. Okay, whenever the value of counter will be changed, it will be shown there. Okay, so I just before the counter is updated, we simply write the value of counter. Take component is updated and the value of counter is there. So, okay, I just simply comment down this, and whenever we go to there and click on increase, here you can simply see that the value will be one. I think just wait, refresh, 0 1 decrease. Take whenever we the value will be counter will be increase or decrease anything, the this will be updating. Okay, but now it's jumping to another thing. Okay, and whenever we just go to that next phase is unmounting phase. Okay, in unmounting phase we just need to comment this code and uncomment this, and use effect is component is unmounted. Okay, so I go to this. So if you want my GitHub account or my LinkedIn or my Instagram, I mention everything in the comment section. You can simply see it and just access it. Okay. I mention everything in the my description. Okay. Component is now unmounted. I just whenever I just simply go to the my output, my window screen, and it you can simply see that whenever we click on increase, but it will be not showing into use event because we have successfully unmounted it. Okay, that's it. This is the three phase of component lifecycle from mounting, and then mounting to it will be going to the updating phase and then will be unmounting. This is the three phases of a component lifecycle. Okay, that's it. And now just understand that a definition of, and the definition is just like a component life cycle in a React refer to a stage a component goes through from a creation, updation, and finally remove from the DOM. Okay, life cycle क्या? A component cycle is in React refer to a stage. ठीक है? Component life cycle क्या? Refer to a stage where component goes through from creation to updation to finally remove from the DOM. These phases are mounting, updating, or unmounting. ठीक है? That's it. ठीक है? And the mounting is just like component is creating, updating is the value of state and props are changed, and unmounting is just like component is removed. ठीक है? And now the next topic is lifting state up. ठीक है? Lifting state up in React means moving state to a common parent component, so multiple child component can share and use the same state. Okay, that's it. So now I just simply go to this question and just ask me what is lifting state up in React JS. Yeah, Notion is completely free. अच्छा कौन से ईयर में ब्रो? आई एम इन माय फाइनल ईयर, आई एम डूइंग अ बीसीए एंड करंटली आई एम इन माय फाइनल ईयर एंड 6 टाइम चल रहा है अभी तो फिलहाल। Can you please provide the Notion template or the strategy template? Okay, if you want the this template, you can simply go to the Notion, ठीक है? Pratham. What if we put all the mounting and updating and unmounting logic in the one use effect? Then how does it execute? अगर हर चीज आई थिंक सब पुट कर देंगे ना तो ओवरलैप होगा, तो आई थिंक जस्ट लेट मी, आई विल नेवर ट्राई दिस, सो फर्स्ट थिंग आई जस्ट नीड टू अनकमेंट दिस ऑल दिस, ठीक है? And go to this. You can simply see that everything is working, ठीक है? One use effect, ठीक है? What if we put all the mounting and updating and unmounting logic in the one use effect? How does it execute? This is a very, actually I think this is a great interview question, I think. I don't know by the way what the exactly answer of that. I think just need to go to copy this question, your question, and ask the GPT what is an exactly answer to that question. By the way, Pratham, it's a really nice question. In interview perspective, I think there is so many chances an interview can simply be ask me what is an mounting and updating and unmounting logic in use effect. Okay. So go to the Chrome and let me just paste this question and let me just understand that what the answer of that I can just receive. Okay. Bro, देखो, if you want to access of this, ठीक है, you can simply go to the chat GPT, not to chat GPT, simply download the Notion, and I will be simply provide the share and just simply the copy link, okay, and I will be ready to share, and I will just only people just invited, ठीक है, anyone of the web with the link, ठीक है, so just like कि no one can change it, I think can view, okay, can view, ठीक है, but I think if you want the complete access, सो तुम्हें क्या करना पड़ेगा, फुल एक्सेस कैन एडिट, ठीक है, तो इसके लिए मुझे प्लस लेना पड़ेगा, कैन कमेंट, तो आई थिंक यू बाय द वे यू कैन सिंपली क्रिएट योर ओन इजली, यू कैन सिंपली क्रिएट योर ओन इजली, आई कैन जस्ट गाइड यू हाउ यू कैन क्रिएट इट, ओके? भैया जेएस कहाँ से पढ़ा? एक चैनल, सेकंड सेम, ओके। The best channel if you have to learning a JavaScript. First thing देखो, I am learning a JavaScript for the last 1 year, ठीक है? And I realized one thing: if you spend your time so much on tutorials, it is a waste of